Ninja and Flannel. We got something very exciting today, and it is from Arma Zeka. Now, you may have seen my video with a full-size Arma Zeka AZ-P1 Super Optics 2. Now, this is brand spanking new, not even fully on the market yet. I think it's only available for pre-order at the moment, and there's only a handful. So, here we go. This is the Arma Zeka AZ-P1 Compact Vigil. So we legit just took this out of the box, and it honestly feels pretty fantastic. We got a nice light slide, and this is kind of bridged the gap between full race pistol and carry gun, maybe jack of all trades, but sometimes jack of all trades is master of nothing. We'll see what this is actually, how it performs and what they've accomplished here. I got some mags loaded up, but I have not fired a single shot yet, so this will legit be my first round. So let's just see how she goes. Turn safety on. Well, I won't drop her holster just yet, and see how she fires. Not too shabby. Check out that recoil impulse. Not too bad. A couple alphas and charlies, that was about 10 rounds. Locked back, no problem so far. Let's check out a little bit more. So I'm not going to insult your intelligence and read all the specs and the width and length and weight and all that stuff, but I will run it in the corner here if I can find it and just give you the details so you can read as we show it. But yeah, this is their little compact one. If you look, she's got a threaded barrel, full steel frame with a pick rail on the bottom. The trigger, I'll just get that right out of the way right off the bat. I'll go left-handed so you can see it better. Right there, little take up, right there, very smooth take up. Crisp break. As far as resetting goes, short little reset, crisp break. It's pretty fantastic. It's obviously not going to be as crazy as the full race pistol, which I have here for comparison, but for a carry pistol, and honestly for any pistol for that matter, one of the best triggers, and this is a double single action. So there you go. So full disclosure, sometimes I get a little lax on aiming if I'm testing certain things, just because I put too much focus into it. Like if I'm really testing a trigger, I aim at the target-ish or recoil management, when really I should be focusing a little harder. So we're gonna do a little bit of like bullseye style aiming here, just to see how precise we can get this in the grouping, and it just iron sights, but not too shabby. So downrange there, it's about a 1.5 inch grouping, something like that. And this is at about 15 yards, 15, 20 yards, something like that. Not terrible. I could definitely do better, but right off the bat, shoots pretty good. Let's compare that to its big brother that's I'm a little more comfortable with, that's fully set up, lighter trigger and such. Because I do like to see the difference between the monster and this little guy, because that's really the big difference here. So let's see how this guy does. Doing the same thing, we're just gonna pick a spot in the target that's clean. Yeah, so that's definitely about an inch. So I'd say about a 1/2 inch difference in the grouping right off the bat. I do have a lot more rounds to the other one, but you do have about a 1.3 pound trigger on this one, which is makes a little bit of a difference. So accuracy so far, especially day one, pretty awesome. I can't wait to get a red dot on it and kind of train up myself as well. So do a little draw from the holster here. Oh, it does feel nice. Go nice and slow just because we're getting used to it. Don't want to go too crazy. It does fit in the holster for the full size, although it's a little too long, but this should work just fine. We'll draw from the holster, shoot a little, maybe do a reload. Oh, that does shoot nice. Let's try that again. Let's just do 2 and see what happens. Yeah, I can't wait to put an optic and a weapon light on this. I do enjoy having a weapon light. It adds just a touch more front weight for reducing recoil. And then you have a weapon light, which I believe all weapons that are not just for competition, if it's for carry or home defense, always have a weapon light. That was free. One more, then we'll just dump it and do a reload. Didn't take long. So we're gonna kind of simulate a reload again. I don't want to dump a whole mag, so we'll just load around, put an empty mag back in. See how she goes. These mag carriers are a little tight for these mags, so it took a little bit of a pull to get them out. So let's see if we can maybe I'll prep it a little. I'm gonna cheat. Here we go. Not too shabby. Reload's nice, so I'll dump this guy. Should be empty. So if you look here, the magwell got a decent little flange on it. Nothing crazy, because obviously you don't want a giant flared magwell on your waist if you're going to use this as a carry pistol. The slide, I really enjoy these serrations up here. When I grab them, I don't even think about it. It just sticks real nicely. However you grab it, it goes. And then the top here is in fact optic cut, which is pretty great. So out of the box, you're really getting everything you would ever do to a pistol. Slide milling, optic cut, fancy trigger, awesome grip. Also, I must say the texture, which pairs with the full size, is a really nice checkering. It just grips your hand. Probably one of my top 5, if not the very top favorite grips of any pistol I've shot. Recoil, let's focus a little more on that, but so far it does feel pretty nice. So I'm doing a little recoil comparison. So here's the full size Arma Zeka, which is obviously a bit more beefy, a lot more front weight. Now, neither of them are comped or ported yet. This one is threaded, so this is gonna be getting a compensator, which they make that looks beautiful down the road. So we're just gonna pop a few of these in order of epicness. So we'll start with the full size, then we'll drop back to a few other pistols I have here on the table, and you can kind of just compare. I'll just try to give it a pretty consistent grip, and you can look at the recoil for yourself. All right, that's the full size. Now here we have a OA Defense 2311, kind of more on the compact size. This is the most comparable to the one that we're doing in this video. And this is actually ported, so this will have a little reduced recoil, but let's see how she goes. There's that. Clear. And then just for the peasants, here is a Glock 19 clone. They're all the same thing. PSA dagger. And this has just a red dot and a weapon light on it. And here's the recoil of this. I did grip that one a little tighter, so we'll see if that warped our test. Then here's the boy of today, the Vigil. Woo, that trigger is fast. Yeah, so you can kind of see the recoil comparison there. It feels and shoots very, very nice. I must say this is probably one of the most exciting pistols I've shot in a long time. I really enjoy the large fancy race pistols like the full size here, but there's always this little thing in the back of my mind where it's a dedicated race gun, so of course it shoots good. But if you can walk the line and have a safe carry trigger and still shoot amazing, it's a pretty good accomplishment. Now the OA Defense has accomplished that pretty well, but I don't think it fits in my hand near as nice as this new one. So let's continue shooting a little bit and see how she goes. So a couple things to keep in mind here while I load a few more mags is the ammo for this video is actually just supplied by Global Ordnance, and it's the Belam. I've actually been shooting this for a little while now. I really, really like it. Comes in these nice little kind of Chinese takeout type Tupperwares that you can somewhat use. They actually snap the lid on. They have a little seal you pop. Really nice ammo. Huge thanks to Global Ordnance for sending this out, because buying ammo to shoot as much as I do is a bit painful. So really appreciate that. And this is a pretty decent deal, so that is worth checking out. On the different note, this funky tactical flannel I'm wearing, which is quite comfortable. This is a prototype. I have a much nicer one coming soon. Still in a little bit of R&D, trying to get the most high quality shirt I can. These will be available through my website and email list first. Those people on that email list will get first dibs. So if you get in the description, you'll see a link to my website where you can check this out. And that is kind of my current project. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's pretty nice for non-real life tactical settings like competitions, if you're RSO. Pretty fun to wear. So we'll have a couple different designs coming soon, but yeah, that's all free. So here's a little more of this guy. We're gonna go back and forth just to see how she shoots from a low compress ready. There we go. I haven't shot irons in a while, but this is shooting pretty nice. Not too shabby. So one problem you'll find with this gun, for sure, is that you can burn through quite a bit of ammo. When I literally plan to pull up and shoot like 3 rounds just to kind of show how it's firing. And I keep dumping mags. and they're grouping decent on the targets. I could group better. You can always group better. There's always room for improvement, but it's grouping pretty well for a gun I picked up for the first time today, and I'm only rocking iron sight, so I'm very happy with that. There's going to be a much deeper video coming soon. I just want to kind of hit the ground running with this guy. We're going to be adding a compensator from American Precision Firearms. That is the importer of these, so if you're interested in kind of reading more about these, American Precision Firearms is the place. So make sure you check those guys out because they import some very nice firearms, this being one of my favorites on that list. I can't believe it's a carry pistol. I'm gonna get up a little closer here. Let me move my camera stand, give you guys a little bit better view of it. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Obviously can't say too much for reliability yet, but so far so good out of the box. And she's running, I'm about, 100 rounds in, something like that. I've been shooting a little bit off camera as well, just to test it out. Mags have been good, pistol's been good. Not much to say for reliability. Here's 6 rounds, but let's do a little build drill. We'll go from the holster as well, just to see how fast she's going. Woo, a little bit of trigger freeze in the middle there. We're gonna have to try that again. So if you enjoy stuff like this, other firearms and freedom, make sure you check out Second Amendment Foundation. This is not a paid ad by any means. I support them because I trust them and like them legitimately, and there are a lot of really good guys over there. And they do a lot of stuff for our rights and to support us, so I really believe we should support them. So make sure you check them out, and that is the Second Amendment Foundation. Not too shabby. Yeah, round 2 on that build drill was a little better. Gotta get my rhythm a little more. So I must say, this is kind of something I noticed while messing around with that. The safety on this is actually really nice, as well as the slide release. All the controls are pretty top tier on this. The safeties are very slim, as you can see. But you can actually, when you draw with that natural spot for your thumb, it really does just snap it right off. I can switch to left-handed for you to see better. It just comes off pretty naturally. And then your slide release is in a very good spot where my thumbs especially, I can just kind of bring my hand down and it's good to go. So very happy about controls on this. There's very few firearms that I can reach everything right off the bat. And I have probably just above average size hands. I am like 6'1", so I have just above average size hands, and there's most guns I can't reach all the controls without shifting all over the place. So very happy with the controls on this and pretty good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video on this. This is, once again, the AZ-P1 Compact Vigil from Arma Zeka, imported by American Precision Firearms. Really good stuff. I am excited to do a lot more with this. Fantastic pistol. Farewell.